Good evening, social media. Oh my God, another week is in the books and another Friday is here. Oh man, there is so much going on and there is so much that needs to be talked about. And I'll tell you what, college football starts tomorrow and it's not even close. It's not even close of what we're going to be doing tomorrow afternoon. All right. Now, before we get into today's episode, be sure to click the link in the description of this video and click the link on the tab that says True Victory. And man, let me talk to you. They got some awesome merchandise that's going on over there. Why? Because they are veteran owned and veteran operated. All right. T-shirt speaks for itself. Look, like I said, be sure to click on the link that says True Victory and be sure to head over there and check out some of the awesome merchandise that they have going on. Do not waste any time of what I'm saying. Do not count time. You make time count. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But when you do go over to truevictory.com and you find what you're looking for, make sure that you include the code No Mercy Sports 15 for 15% off your entire purchase. True Victory, baby. Let them know I sent you. All right. And now it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of this episode, you will know whose game this is, with everybody saying No Mercy Sports. Let's get into today's episode.
Nobody can stop me now.
Let me talk to you. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Oh my God. How good it feels knowing that college football is officially back. Now, obviously, we know that college football officially kicked off in a way. Kicked off in a way last night. We had North Dakota State and Colorado. There were definitely a lot more games last night that were happening, but there were definitely some games that we should have tuned into. Last Saturday, man, oh man, if you didn't tune into last Saturday, oh my God, did you fucking miss out. We had an upset in fucking Ireland, of all places. Now, the reason I say that is because it was Florida State versus Georgia Tech in fucking Ireland. And man, oh man, when College GameDay kicked off, there's not enough words in the English language to describe how, what's the word I'm looking for? There's not enough words in the English language to describe how God, I can't fucking think of it. I want to say happy, but that's not it. I want to say, God, there. You know what? Screw it. There's so many words in the English language that I could say about how happy I was to make sure that. God, I'm drawing a freaking blank. But I could not have been any freaking happier when I saw Florida State and Georgia Tech kick off Florida. Wow. Anyways, I could not have been any happier when I saw Florida State and Georgia Tech kick off in fucking Ireland of all places. And man, oh man, did that game not diss a freaking point. Oh my God. I'll be honest. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I woke up. Why? Because, you know what? Maybe DJ Ukulele. Look, I say DJ Ukulele because why? Because I'm not even going to even attempt his I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce his last freaking name. All right? Now, maybe the commentators that commentated on Florida State versus Georgia Tech, maybe they got it down. Good for them. Me? No. I ain't trying shit anytime soon when it comes to DJ Yuko freaking lately. Look, I will say this though. I don't know what the freaking hell I was even thinking when I actually thought that Florida State was actually going to get the win over Georgia freaking Tech. The second that I saw DJ Ukulele in the Florida State uniform, oh my God, that game was over before it freaking started. And man, oh man, let me freaking talk to you. Florida State, I hope you're watching this. I hope you're sitting down. And I hope that you have your eyes peeled and ears open because whether you want to or not, let me freaking talk to you. Why? Because you lost the battles in the freaking trenches, my guy. You lost the battles in the trenches. Why? Man, I'll tell you why. Because Georgia Tech and head coach Brent Key really said, hey, you know what? We're going to run the ball down your fucking throats. And man, did it show in that game. Georgia Tech quarterback, Haynes King, man, bro, take a bow. If anything, take a freaking ice bath, my guy. Why? Because you deserve it. Man, oh, freaking man. You rushed, I believe it was you had 13 rushes for 54 yards. And man, were you doing some physical fucking running. It just the fact that Georgia Tech, of all teams, beat a top 10 school, that is Florida fucking State. Man, after this loss to Florida State, after this loss to Georgia Tech, Florida State's stock is going to drop worse than the 1929 stock market crash. That is not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah! Now, now, when it comes to college football, Florida State is obviously in the conversation. However, going into week fucking 1, they won't be. All right? I say that because after their loss to Georgia Tech, where does Florida State go from here? Well, I'll tell you where they go. They ain't going nowhere anytime fucking soon. Why? Because, like I said, Florida State lost the football game in the fucking trenches against Georgia Tech of all fucking teams. Of all teams. You lose to Georgia Tech? Well, you know what? Hey, it ain't too surprising. I don't know what to do with my hands. Why? Because, man, that game had me so surprised. All right. It really did. It really had to do with the fact that it was like, oh my God, Georgia Tech is beating Florida State in the trenches. And on top of that, they are beating them in the run game. And Florida State and head coach Mike Norville, who is a fucking fraud. Now, there's a host that really believes Mike Norville is a fraud. And hey, maybe it is true. Maybe it's not. We don't know that. But he is also the host of the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media. Anyways, there's not enough words to talk about how the Georgia Tech Florida State game went in Ireland. Like, I mean, come on. Let's go back to College GameDay of all segments and WWE superstar Sheamus of all people really decided, hey, you know what? I'm going with Georgia Tech mostly because the kicker or the punter of all people is from fucking right here in Ireland. Unreal. Just there's no words to what I can say. Like Sheamus really said, "Hey, I'm going with Georgia Tech because of the punter on Georgia Tech." Why? Because he is from right here in fucking Ireland. And what happened? Georgia Tech fucking won. It's all right. I'll say this though. Um Georgia Tech. They might do something this year. They might. They might. But Florida State ain't doing a goddamn thing after that fucking loss to Georgia Tech. And on top of that, they lost a battle in the fucking trenches. Florida State is definitely not doing a damn fucking thing this year. And I'll tell you why. Now, part of me really thought, hey, you know what? Florida State is going to go on a fucking revenge tour this season. After the game I saw in Ireland, no. Florida State is not doing a damn fucking thing. All right? Florida State, they're not even going to be ACC champions this freaking year. And it's not even close. Now, who do I think is going to be the ACC champion? Well, you know what? We're just going to have to tune in this season and see who steps up and wants to become the ACC champion. Now, Florida State and Georgia Tech wasn't the only game that happened this season, or last Saturday, I should say. Florida State, Georgia Tech, like I said, wasn't the only game that happened last Saturday. We had oh man. We had the Montana State Bobcats against the New Mexico Lobos. Now, New Mexico, through 3/4 of the game, would find themselves up 31-14. And this was going into the fourth fucking quarter against Montana State. Now, Montana State, guys, I know y'all had, I know y'all had College GameDay out there when you were playing the University of Montana. However, I hope y'all are watching this, eyes peeled and ears open, because whether you want to or not, let me fucking talk to you. Why? Because y'all should not have allowed yourselves to go down 31-14 in the fucking first place. What the fuck, my guys? There's not enough words to describe like how the game should have gone between New Mexico and Montana State. I mean, it's unfreaking real. Like, how do I put it? Actually, you know what? No. The best way to put it is to say that Montana State should have never allowed themselves to be down 17 points in the first place to mount a 21 point game comeback. Yes, you heard that right. Montana State really had to score 21 points unfucking answered against New Mexico, of all teams, to fucking win the game. Oh my God. Look, I understand that Montana State is one of the top programs in the FCS conference. However, they cannot allow themselves to be down 17 points just to mount a 21 point comeback. There's no words. There's no fucking words to talk about Montana State and New Mexico. However, I got some words. Yeah, I got some fucking words to talk about. Now, the of third game of week 0 of college football was SMU versus University Nevada Wolfpack. Now, that game definitely lived up to the hype. I ain't even gonna lie. Not. But I will say this. Coach of SM fucking U. What the hell is your goddamn problem? You really thought you really thought that sticking with Preston, or I should say, you really thought that sticking with quarterback Preston Stone was actually a good fucking idea over sticking with a quarterback of Kevin Jennings. Now I get it. I get it. SMU did get the win. They got the win over University of Nevada, but President Stone finished 17 of 30. Yes, he had over 250 yards, but he finished 17 of 30 for 254 yards. He had a touchdown, but at the same fucking time, he also had an interception. That interception was on his opening fucking drive. I mean, come on. What are we doing here, people? Preston Stone really finished the game with just over a QBR of 65. And if you want to get exact, his QBR for the final was 65 point fucking 4. But let's take a look at Kevin Jennings, shall we? This dude really went 4 for 5. I think he had just under 100 I think he had just under 100 passing yards. Aside from that, yes, he didn't have a touchdown or a what do you call it? He didn't have a touchdown or an interception. There we go. But what he did have was basically a 75% QBR. I'm sorry. If I'm the coach of SMU, maybe go with the fucking guy that has the better fucking QBR instead of going with a guy that basically went 1 for 2 with a QBR of just under 60 fucking 5. What in the blue fucking hell are we doing here? Yes, SMU. I realize that you guys got the win, but what the fuck? I mean, come on. Y'all should have stomped the fucking ass out of the University of Nevada. Like, have we seen the college stadium of the University of Nevada? I mean, come on. Sorry, I'm just I'm enjoying some overcast weather. Why? Because when you're here in Texas, when you're here in Texas, you don't see much weather. I mean, not gonna lie about that. But let's talk about it. Actually, let's not. Why? Because the head coach of SMU really thought that it was actually a good idea. Anyways, the head coach of SMU really thought that it was a good idea to keep Preston Stone or quarterback Preston Stone in the fucking game. I mean, there's just not enough words to talk about the SMU Nevada game. There really isn't. Anyways, one thing we got to talk about is, aside from the fact that college football season is right around the corner, guess what? So is the NFL fucking season. And man, I cannot wait. I could be wrong when I say this. I could be wrong. But let's talk about the team that were the NFC East champions. And let's talk about their college counterpart. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Oh, actually, you know what? Anyways, wow. I zoomed so fast through the first three topics that I wanted to talk about. Anyways, I zoomed so fast through the first three topics that I wanted to talk about. I completely forgot that there was a commercial break into what I was going to go into next. Why? Because next week we got NFL season. And man, oh man, I cannot wait. But I hope people that are tuning in and watching this, I hope you are watching this eyes peeled and ears open, because whether you want to or not, let me talk to you. NFL season is just around the corner, but this coming Saturday, we got the first official week 1 of college fucking football. God, I really hope some of y'all tune in. However, speaking of college football, be sure to catch me as a co-host on the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media. And here we go.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, stating truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down.
Yes, you can catch the host of the most villainous. Yeah, catch the host of the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media. That person being Mr. Andrew Anderson. Oh my God, is he a pleasure to work with? And man, does the show fucking deliver! But NFL kicks off this season. We got the Ravens and Baltimore. Wow. Let's try that again. We got the Ravens and the Chiefs kicking things off Thursday on the 5th of September. However, let's talk about it. We got our final division of the NFC. Now, last week, I talked about what do you call it? I talked about the NFC West. Yep, there it is. I talked about the NFC West and the teams included in the NFC West. Now, why I went with the NFC West. You know, my mindset at some point was, hey, let's go north, south, east, west. But no, a certain somebody you know who you are when I'm about to say this. A certain somebody decided, hey, you know what? Let me talk some fucking shit about the University of Notre fucking Dame. The group chat that I'm involved in, a certain somebody wants to call the University of Notre Dame the Gold Domers. Now it's not even close when I say that that Notre Dame is gonna beat the fucking brakes off of Texas A&M. Aside from that, though, let's veer away from the NFC West and go to arguably the most and go to the most competitive division in the league, and that is the NFC East. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. We are going to start with the NFC East champions and their college counterpart. That team being the Philadelphia Eagles and the Penn State Nittany fucking Lions. Let's get right into it with this schedule, baby. Now, we're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles, and then we'll make our way over to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Now, for the Eagles, game 1, Friday, September 16th. They welcome Green Bay. That's a win. Philadelphia is one of the hardest places to win or get a win, I should say. Yeah, it's not even close. After that, they welcome Atlanta. That's also another win. Anyways, next week after Atlanta, they go to New Orleans. That's definitely a win. After that, they go to Tampa Bay, a win. They got a bye week in week 5. That should be interesting. Wait, what am I saying? anyways, after the bye week, they go back home and welcome the Cleveland Browns. That's a win. They go into, what do you call it? God. East Rutherford. Jesus. Mary and freaking Joseph. So after Cleveland, or after playing a home game at Cleveland, or after playing a home game against Cleveland, they go into East Rutherford, New Jersey to play the New York Giants. That's a win. They go into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. I'm sorry. You know what? I say that's a loss. After going into Cincinnati, they go back home and welcome the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's going to be a win for the Eagles. They go into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I say that's a win. Yeah, I said what I said. Attack me in the comments all you freaking want. After that, they go back home to Philadelphia to welcome the Redskins. That's a win. Look, as much as I like Jaden Daniel and as much as I think that he's going to do something in the league, it's not going to be up until next year. The kid actually does something. Anyways, after a win in Philadelphia against the Redskins, they go on a 2-game road trip to play the LA Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. They get the win over the Rams, and they take a loss to the Baltimore Ravens. Look, I'm sorry. It is what it fucking is. All right? After that, they go back home to Philadelphia for a 2-game homestand against Carolina and Pittsburgh. And you know what? I'm going to have to go with the fact that they get the win over Carolina and Pittsburgh. They get the season sweep over the Washington Redskins. I don't think they get the season sweep over the Dallas Cowboys. And they finish the season 14-3 with a win over the New York Giants. Might be 14-3, might be 13-4. Look, if I'm wrong, again, let me know in the comments, all right? But let's talk about the Penn State Nittany freaking Lions, all right? All right. So, tomorrow, August 31st, they go into West Virginia. Man, West Virginia. Y'all have not been the same since Will fucking Greer. Why? Just look, it is what it is, all right? But Penn State goes into your territory, and Penn State gets the win. Penn State goes back home, and they welcome Bowling Green, and wow. They go on a 4-game homestand. They beat Bowling Green at home. They beat Kent State at home. They beat Illinois at home. And I'll tell you what, they beat UCLA at home. They are unfucking defeated at this point. Saturday, October 12th, they go into USC. They take on the USC fucking Trojans. Or actually, you know what? They take on the University of Spoiled fucking Children. Hunter Gordon Dworsky. I hope you're tuning into this show. Why? Because I got Penn State beating I got Penn State beating the absolute fucking dog shit out of the University of Spoiled Children. And yes, that is with Penn State going into Southern California. Anyways, after USC, they go into Madison to take on the University of Wisconsin. Guess what? Penn State gets the win. Now they go home and welcome Ohio State. You know what? As far as the what do you call it? As far as the Big Ten goes, there it is. As far as the Big Ten goes, I really, truly believe that it's going to be Ohio State and Penn State when it's all said and done, and it's not even close. I'm pretty sure Washington is also part of the Big Ten, but they go into Penn State. Washington, sorry, y'all get your asses kicked. After that, they go on a 2-game road trip, take on Purdue. Penn State, y'all get the win. They're at Minnesota. Again, Penn State, y'all get the win. They go back home and they welcome Maryland. That is a win for Penn State. They finished the season 11-1, and oh my God, is this season when it kicks off tomorrow? Oh my God, is it going to be so good? Now that does it for the state of Pennsylvania. Let's go to the state of Texas. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the Texas Longhorns. Why? Because everybody on the sports media platform wants to break an arm glazing the Dallas Cowboys and the fucking Texas Longhorns. God, this is going to be tough to talk about. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about these two teams. So we're going to start off with the Dallas Cowboys schedule. First game of the season, they go into Cleveland to take on the Browns. Look, as long as Myles Garrett is leading the defense on the Cleveland Browns, I really say that the Browns get the win over the Dallas Cowboys. Aside from that, they go on a 2-game homestand to welcome the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. I say they, after their first 3 games, they are 1-2. They take a loss to Cleveland. They get a win over New Orleans. And they take a loss to the Baltimore Ravens. However, the Cowboys follow it up with a win at the Giants and at Pittsburgh. What, man? I don't know what the hell is going on with the Giants right now, but look, I have more faith in Tommy fucking DeVito leading the Giants to a win than I do Daniel fucking Jones right now. Aside from that, after the game against the Giants, look, again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys get the win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why? Because I really got nothing to say. I mean, the fucking Steelers do not have a quarterback that, look, maybe they can rely on Justin Fields, but I'm not relying on Russell Wilson anytime fucking soon. Anyways, the week after they go into Pittsburgh, they go back home and play the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, Dallas, y'all take the L to Detroit. All right. What Dan Campbell is actually thinking, I don't freaking know. Are you on the same freaking thing that Aaron Rodgers is on right now? Russell Wilson will be rejuvenated. No. That is not happening anytime soon. The Cowboys going 13-5 or 14-5 or fucking whatever, I could really see happening. Anyways, after their bye week, they go into San Francisco, they take the loss. They go into Atlanta, they get the win. They go back home, they welcome Philadelphia. Guess what? Dallas gets the win. If I said that the Eagles get the win when they go into Dallas, I apologize. Anyways, after that, they still stay at home. They welcome Houston. Guess what? They get the win. They go into Washington. They take on the Redskins. They get the win. They go on a 2-game homestead and welcome the Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. Giants are going to get the win. As much as I hate saying it, the Cowboys are going to get the win over the Giants. Look, I'm a diehard Giants fan, but I will say this. The Cowboys and the Eagles are basically going to be running the fucking NFC East. And it's not even close. Anyways, after that, after a win over the Giants, they welcome Joey Eminem Cody Burrows. If you know, you fucking know. I say that the Bengals get the win over the Cowboys. After that, they go to Carolina, take on the Panthers. Cowboys get the win. They go back home and welcome the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what? I say that the Buccaneers and Eagles get the win over the Cowboys, but they finish with a win over the Washington Redskins. Now, let's move on to the Texas Longhorns. A lot of people really think that, oh my God, much like the Dallas Cowboys, it's our year. Y'all haven't done a goddamn fucking thing since 2009, 2010. Shut the fuck up. However, let's get into your schedule, shall we? Now, you get the win over Colorado State. Yeah, you also get the win over Michigan, despite the fact that you're going into Michigan in the big house of all places. I'll say it. Y'all get the win over Michigan at Michigan. Now, Now, y'all go on a 5-6 game homestead. You play University Texas San Antonio. You get the win. You welcome University, I want to say Louisiana Monroe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, Texas, y'all get the win over Monroe. Y'all welcome Mississippi State. You know what, Texas, y'all get the win. Y'all welcome Georgia. Yeah, y'all taking a big fat fucking L, my guys. Y'all taking an L, and it's not even close. Why? Because Georgia is going to be on that revenge tour this season. Anyways, after that, you go to Tennessee and play Vanderbilt. Y'all get the win. You go back home. You welcome Florida. You get the win. You go... y'all go to Gainesville and take on the Florida Gators. You'll get the win. Yeah. Y'all go to Gainesville, take on Florida. You get the win. After that, you go to Arkansas. You know what? I'm going to give you the win. After that, you go back home and you welcome Kentucky. You get the win as well. Saturday, November 30th. And I really wish that this or the last game could be Texas versus Oklahoma. Why? Because look, when it comes to the last game of the fucking season, we got a lot of things going on right now. But last game of the season is fucking rivalry season, all right? What we need to do is make sure that for certain teams, I mean, come on. We got Alabama versus Auburn. We got Notre Dame versus USC. We got, like, middle of the fucking schedule. We got Texas and Oklahoma, a.k.a. the Red River rivalry. Texas and Oklahoma should easily be the last game of the fucking season. Why the last game of the season for the Longhorns is Texas at Texas A&M blows me away. In any case, Longhorns go into Kyle Field to take on the Aggies of Texas A&M, and Texas goes 11. Anyways, Texas goes 11-1. They find themselves in the playoffs, but Texas is not going any far anytime soon in the college football playoffs. All right, it's not even close. Look, will Texas go 11-1, possibly 10-2 this season? Yeah, absolutely. But Longhorns ain't doing a goddamn thing in the college football playoffs. That is not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. Now, let's talk about a team that says New York, but plays in the state of New Jersey. If you don't know the team I'm talking about the New York Giants and the New Jersey Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Let's talk about their schedule. Let's start with the New York Giants. All right, so first game up. All right, first game up, we got the Giants welcoming the Minnesota Vikings. Man, as much as I like the Vikings, I say the Giants get the win. After that, they go on a 2-game road trip. Jesus. They go on a 2-game road trip. I think that they beat the Washington Redskins. The week after that, they lose. They lose to the Cleveland Browns. So right now, I got them at 2-1. But unfortunately, they are going back home to welcome the Dallas Cowboys. That is an easy loss for the Giants. I'm sorry. After that, they go to Washington State and play the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, the Giants are. Yeah, they're taking a loss to the Seahawks. Let's see. So on their 2-game homestead, they are currently. I currently got them at 2-3. They're about to be 2-5 when they go back home and play Cincinnati and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not even close. Again, they are 2-5 right now. After that, they go into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. I think they get the win, and I say that they go 3-5 after a road trip in Pittsburgh. After that, they are on a 2-game homestead. This is definitely a tough one, but I'll say that the Redskins get the win over the Giants. However, the Giants bounce back and get the win over Carolina. After that, week 11, they go into a bye week. Week 12, November 24th. I think Tampa Bay gets the win. Anyways, so they go into Dallas. Giants, sorry. Dallas gets a win over y'all. However, y'all bounce back against the New Orleans Saints. However, in a homestand, y'all lose to Baltimore. Y'all go into Atlanta. You get the win over them. Not even going to lie. After that, y'all go back home and play the Indianapolis Colts. Y'all get the win. Week 18, y'all go into Philadelphia. Play the Eagles. Eagles get the win. So let's see here. And loss. Let's just say y'all finish with a losing record. I'm not even gonna deny it. I'm not. But let's talk about the college counterpart that is New Jersey Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Let's talk about them. All right. So, first 2 games, they are at home. They welcome Howard and Akron. Guess what? They go 2-0. They go into Virginia Tech to take on the Hokies. Man, it'd be crazy if the Hokies were actually fucking good. Now, if they are actually good, maybe they actually do something. But you know what? I'm going to stick with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and I say when they go back home to Piscataway, New Jersey, I say that the Scarlet Knights are 3-0 when they welcome Washington. Now, Washington, they lost a lot of pieces, including their quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., in the NFL draft. They even lost Rome Odunze. But guess what? Yeah, Rutgers goes back home. They're also going to get the win. After that, they go into Nebraska. Oh God, that's going to be a tough place. Nebraska is definitely going to be a tough place to. I apologize. Anyways, Nebraska is definitely going to be a tough place to get a win. However, I think that Rutgers comes out of Nebraska getting the win. Now, after Nebraska, they go back home to New Jersey where they welcome Wisconsin and UCLA. Now, Wisconsin hands them their first loss on the season. However, Rutgers bounces back and gets a win over UCLA. They go into Southern California and take on the University of Spoiled Fucking Children, and it's not even close. Anyways, USC, yeah, it's y'all's first year in the Big Ten, so you know what? This is a pity win. That's all I gotta say. After that, they go back home and play Minnesota. You know what? God. You know what? I'll say this. They beat Minnesota. They go into Maryland, beat Maryland. And aside from that, they go back home and beat Illinois and Michigan State. I believe, let's see. Yep. I got them 10-2 on the season. So we're going to have to see what happens come tomorrow. God, I can't wait for tomorrow. We're gonna have to see what happens when Rutgers does their thing tomorrow, and yes, they will start 1-0. So yeah. However, I will say this. Now, for what is it? Oh my God. Now for oh my God, I can't think of what I was gonna say. Oh, that's it. Now, what I wanted to do was the Washington Redskins and James Madison University football schedule. However, couldn't really find JMU football related. So, we got the Washington Redskins. Yes, they play in Washington. However, their headquarters or the Redskins headquarters and training camp is in Virginia. So let's talk about the Redskins and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Man, oh man, is this going to be an awesome season come tomorrow. Now, we got the Washington Redskins going into Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Sorry, Redskins. That's a loss. After that, y'all go back home. Anyways, after that, y'all go back home and welcome the New York Giants. That's a loss. I'm sorry. Y'all go on a 2-game road trip. Play Cincinnati. That's a loss. Play Arizona. Might be a win. Not even going to lie. Might be a win. After that, y'all go back home and welcome Cleveland. That's an easy loss, and it's not even close. Wow, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, let's see here. Redskins, they're at home. They lose to Cleveland. They go on the road to Baltimore. That's a loss. They go on a 2-game home trip. They beat Carolina. They lose to Chicago, I'll say. Anyways, after that, they go to East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the Giants. That's a loss. They go back home. They go back home. They play the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna say that's a loss. They go on the road against Philadelphia. That's also a loss. They go back home. Welcome the Cowboys. Loss. They welcome Tennessee. You know what? I say that's a win. I think that's one of a few losses that Tennessee suffers this season. After that, they go into a bye week. They go on the road and play the New Orleans Saints. That's a win for the Redskins. They go back. They go home and they play the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a loss. After that, Atlanta comes to visit. I think Atlanta gets a win. They go on the road and take on Atlanta. I think, yeah, and that's definitely a loss. So look, Washington. Yeah, y'all got your quarterback being Jaden Daniel, but it's not Joe's year. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. Y'all are gonna do something. Y'all may make some noise, but it's not your year. Anyways, let's talk about the Virginia Tech Hokies and how they could make some noise in the ACC, especially with the fact that Florida State, the team that went unfreaking defeated, the team that went undefeated and also won the ACC. They ain't winning shit anytime soon. I'll tell you that right now. But again, let's talk about the Virginia Tech Hokies. Man, oh man, what a schedule that they got right now. Tomorrow, they go into Vanderbilt. They take on the Commodores. Virginia Tech easily gets a win. After that, they go home and they welcome Marshall. Another win. After that, they go on the road again to take on Old Dominion. Virginia Tech, y'all start the season 3-0. Afterwards, y'all go back home and welcome the Rutgers. Now, see, here's where things get tricky. They go home, they play Rutgers. I think Rutgers gets the win. If I said Rutgers gets the win, let me know in the comments. But hey, it is what it is. After that, they go into South Beach and take on the University of Miami. I think that Virginia Tech gets a win. If I said that Miami got the win, Hey, it is what it is. However, they go on the road to play Stanford. What the fuck has Stanford done ever since Andrew Luck? Virginia Tech, y'all get the win. Y'all are 4-2 when you go back home and you take on Boston College. Guess what? Y'all are gonna be 5-2 when you beat Boston College. However, though, when Georgia Tech comes to visit, Georgia Tech, not even gonna lie. Anyways, Georgia Tech, not even gonna lie, is gonna beat y'all in the trenches. I'm sorry, it's not even close. After that, y'all go into Syracuse to take on the Orange. I say y'all get the win. Take a loss to Clemson. I don't even know what to say about. Actually, you know what? Y'all go into Duke, and guess what? Y'all take a loss. Now y'all beat Virginia to close things out. So yeah, I think 8-4, maybe 7-5 for the Hokies. I'm not 100% sure, but what I am 100% sure on is the fact that college football starts this weekend. So let's get started with the first game. Yeah, the first game of Saturday. We got 14th ranked Clemson at number 1 Georgia. This is in a neutral site in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, it's a neutral site, but this is essentially a home game for Georgia, and it's not even close. Georgia gets the win. Next up, we got 8th ranked Penn State going into West Virginia to take on the Mountaineers. Penn State gets the win. After that, we got Illinois State going into Iowa to take on 25 Iowa Hawkeyes, and Iowa gets the win. Now, we just went over this. Virginia Tech goes into Vanderbilt. It's Virginia Tech, and it's not even close. I mean, yeah. Anyways, after that, we got UConn going into Maryland. I got Maryland over UConn. Game after that, Austin, PA? Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but they go into Louisville, Kentucky to take on Louisville. I got Louisville. Next game up, Indiana State. We got a battle of Indiana as Indiana State goes into West Lafayette, Indiana to take on the Boilermakers. Give you the Boilermakers any day of the week. Next game up after that, we got Kent State at Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. It is what it is. I'm going to just say that. Next game up, we got Bucknell going into the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland. Give me fucking Navy any day of the week. After that, we got Chattanooga. Anyways, look, the point is they go in to Neyland Stadium, Knoxville, Tennessee, to take on 15th ranked Tennessee. Tennessee takes the fucking win, and it's not even close. After that, we got South Dakota State going into Stillwater, Oklahoma, to take on 17th ranked Oklahoma State. You know what? Give me South Dakota State for the fucking upset. After that, Towns. Probably shouldn't say anything because this. What the fuck is this game? Townsend at Cincinnati. No, let's move on. We got Portland State going into Pullman, Washington to take on the Cougars. Give me the Washington State Cougars. Next game up, we got Akron going into number 2 Ohio State in Columbus, Ohio. Give me the fucking Ohio State Buckeyes, baby. After that, on ESPN, we got Colorado State going into Austin, Texas to take on the fucking Longhorns. Give me fucking Texas any day of the week, baby. Next game up, we got 19th ranked Miami, Florida. The U, baby. We got 19th ranked Miami going into Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. Give me fucking Miami. Look, Florida, y'all did your thing, but do something this season. Now, this might be a throwaway game, but Florida International goes into Bloomington, Indiana to take on the Hoosiers. Give me the fucking Hoosiers over Florida State. Florida International. Look, Florida International, y'all got a good y'all got a good baseball program. Just stick to baseball. All right? Anyways, next game up, we got the University Texas of El Paso going into Lincoln, Nebraska. Now, look, I want to say that Texas El Paso gets the win over Nebraska just to stir the fucking pot. But look, I'm going to go with Nebraska. All right. So, after that, we got Eastern Michigan at Massachusetts. Eastern Michigan, easily. After that, we got Eastern Tennessee State at Appalachian State and Boone, North Carolina. You know what? Give me Appalachian State. Game after that, we got North Dakota going into Ames, Iowa to take on the Iowa State Cyclones. Give me the friggin' Cyclones. After that, we got Ohio going into Syracuse, New York to take on the Orangemen. Give me Syracuse any day of the week. Kennesaw State. God, do I really have to? Okay. Kennesaw State goes into University Texas San Antonio. Wow. At the Alamo Dome of San Antonio, Texas. Give me Texas of San Antonio. After that, Merrimack. Anyways, Air Force over Merrimack. Let's see, Miami, Ohio, at Northwestern in Evanston, Illinois. Yeah, give me Miami, Ohio. Western Illinois at Northern Illinois. DeKalb, yeah. Give me the fucking Huskies over the Bulldogs. Anyways, after that, we got Boise State at Georgia Southern. Boise State, and it's not even close. Old Dominion at South Carolina and Columbia, South Carolina. Give me the fucking Gamecocks. It's not even close. Marshall over Stony Brook. You know what? Cal Golden Bears, I want to say. I want to say University of California Golden Bears. I'm not sure if that's their name, but give me Cal over UC Davis. Oh, this is actually going to be a good game. North Texas at South Alabama and Mobile, Alabama. This is going to be tough, but you know what? I'm going to go with North Texas. Look, if you disagree with me, let it be known in the comments. All right. Eastern Kentucky at Mississippi State. Mississippi State wins or beats Eastern Kentucky, and it's not even close. Campbell goes into Liberty in Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty gets the easy fucking win. Richmond at Virginia. Virginia gets the win. Norfolk State at East Carolina. Give me East Carolina. Idaho State at Oregon State. Yeah. Give me Oregon State. Wow. Western Kentucky at Alabama. Give me Alabama. Ole Miss over Furman. UT Martin at Kansas State. Kansas State, and it's not even close. Central Arkansas. You know what? I'm going to go with Arkansas State. Bethune-Cookman at South Florida and Tampa, Florida. Give me the University South Florida Bulls over Bethune-Cookman. Tarleton State at Baylor. You know what? Give me the win for Baylor. UNLV at Houston. Give me Houston. Tennessee. Wow. Apologies. Tennessee Tech at Middle Tennessee. Give me Middle Tennessee. Fucking C. Let's see here. Sam Houston at Rice. Give me Rice. Nevada at Troy. Nevada, y'all redeem yourselves after that embarrassing fucking loss. Nevada, y'all redeem yourselves after that embarrassing fucking loss to SMU with Preston Stone under center. Now, yes, Preston Stone, his numbers were quite impressive, but I mean, come the fucking hell on. All right, next game up, we got North Alabama at Memphis. Give me Memphis. Idaho at number 3, wow. Idaho at number 3, Oregon. Give me number 3, Oregon. Number 7, Notre Dame at number 20, Texas A&M in Kyle Field College Stadium, Texas. Give me fucking Notre Dame. Fresno State at number 9, Michigan. Give me the goddamn Wolverines. University Alabama A&M at Auburn. Give me Auburn. This is a tough one. UCLA at Hawaii. You know what? Give me Hawaii. Abilene Christian at Texas Tech. You know what? I'm going to take the Red Raiders. Southern Miss at Kentucky. Give me Kentucky. Southern Illinois. Shit. Oh, Southern Illinois Carbondale at BYU. Give me BYU. Georgia State at Georgia Tech. I'm taking Georgia Tech, especially after that impressive fucking win over Florida State. Houston Christian at SMU. I'm taking SMU. Grambling at Louisiana. I'm going to take Louisiana. Nichols at Louisiana Tech. I'm going to take Louisiana Tech. You know what? I'm going with a wild card here. Texas A&M Commerce at San Diego State. I'm going to take Texas A&M Commerce. After that, Robert Morris at Utah State. Give me Utah State. James Madison at Charlotte. Give me James Madison. Lamar at Texas State. Give me Texas State. Southeast Missouri State at New Mexico State. Give me New Mexico State. New Mexico at Arizona at 21 ranked Arizona. Give me the fucking Wildcats. Look, I got what is it? I got no faith in New Mexico after the fact that they blew a 17-point lead over Montana State of all teams. Anyways, Wyoming at Arizona State. Give me Wyoming. Weber State at Washington. You know what? Give me Washington. And then Sunday, September 1st, we got 23rd ranked USC at 13th ranked LSU. Give me the fucking LSU Tigers over the University of Spoiled Children any day of the week. Oh my God. That was a lot of college football games. Really was. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. Look, if you are a football fan or a college football fan and you love to tailgate, one thing you're going to want to need is something like this. We are going to take our final commercial break, and then after that, we're going to go into final thoughts. So, again, if you love to tailgate, and or whether you're a college football fan or a NFL fan, this thing is for you.
Icy Breeze is the world's first portable air conditioner and cooler. A premium ice cooler that doubles as an eco-friendly portable air conditioner. This is not a swamp cooler, just blowing air across ice. Over 60 parts and components allow Icy Breeze to achieve what no other product in the world can do. The secret behind the Icy Breeze is an innovative design that circulates chilled ice water through a heat exchanger in the lid, replacing the Freon used in most ACs. Fresh air is drawn from hidden vents in the top of the cooler, pulled across the exchanger, and chilled down to 35 degrees cooler than the outside air. A 3-speed fan control delivers Icy Breeze's dry, cold air up to 25 miles per hour, just like a car AC. And a stay-put flex hose directs the breeze in any direction. Wherever you need it, Icy Breeze helps you beat the heat.
Yes, like I said, if you are a true football fan, whether it's college football or NFL, and you love to tailgate, that product is easily for you. Now, we already went over the NFC East predictions. We already went over the we already went over the predictions for tomorrow's games. Why? Because college football starts tomorrow. Man, I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. And I'll tell you one thing. My wife's birthday is tomorrow. Which, speaking of which, happy early birthday, girly girl! Man, look, if you're a WWE fan, much like myself, be sure to tune in to Bash at Berlin. Oh my God, there's going to be so much chaos going on at the Bash at Berlin. You're not going to want to miss it. Tune in. If you have Peacock, tune in to Peacock, and so you can watch what unfolds at WWE's Bash at Berlin. Aside from that, we also have week 1 of college football starting tomorrow. And man, oh man, I cannot fucking wait. Oh, God. I'll tell you one thing, though. Actually, no. I really don't have anything to say. Like I said, college football starts tomorrow. We got WWE's Bash at Berlin also starting tomorrow. And man, is this Saturday gonna be fucking crazy or what? Be sure to tune in. And when it comes to next Friday, hope to see y'all there. Peace